taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Rodgers now on first down. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Jets are 12-4 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Rodgers' throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. On second down, Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that nearly intercepted. Getting off of his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can't it?
Look at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we've both seen in the NFL. Teams down the stretch playing really well, sometimes it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. Sometimes teams that aren't playing well now, if they have good leadership at the head coaching spot and the coaching staff and within the locker room, they can find a way to turn it around. But no one wants to be on a losing streak as they head into the playoffs.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing now is Rodgers.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
There he goes, left side. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
That's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Miami set to take over. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now on 2nd and 13. Tua. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. There wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you can use your body to create some space.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And he's going to come up a few yards short, brought down at the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And New York set to take the field.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Looking deep for Julio.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Tua. It's brought in left side by Tate. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our 2nd ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then we'll put a bow on it Monday night.
His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part because the ball can touch the ground, but it can't be loose when it does. So that's what they're going to have to try and figure out.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get it.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill.
Holding offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Hill. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
11 yards on the play.
Tua going to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And New York set to take the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 39, Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 44. The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And this one nearly picked up. Surprising to see the field this Cowboys let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. They're going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
New York ready to go again offensively. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys and try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did, and they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Rodgers now to throw. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. The give is to Elliott. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hill. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Miami set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now Tua. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. It got his man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Tua to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown Dolphins. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw to the defense. They have no answer for that right there.
Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. But once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shout along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Tua now on first down. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Tua, the final shot before half. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to halftime. Taylor Heineke, a touchdown pass in that first half. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Kirk Cousins has thrown a touchdown pass. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And our statistician may need a vacation after this one's said and done. What a first half they had throwing the football. Over 300 yards passing already. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This one fielded at the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right back.
I don't know whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it right away.
Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. From the 24, Tua. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Tua. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that. But let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Here's the first carry. Oh, Cohen lost the football.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Going to the air. Tagovailoa.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by a South Florida native, Patrick Peterson.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
A first down carry by Elliott.
Down to about the 45.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
10th carry now for Elliott.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Give him 12 yards there. The Jets have a first. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Complete to Paris Campbell. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins' 27-yard line.
From the 27, Rodgers back to the same target, Campbell. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go to catch passes with people trying to tackle you and knock the ball.
Down. Here's Wilson. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl when you have 4 in one game. I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
Michael Clemens there to make the tackle.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle finding space at the 40. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's going to be caught downfield by Anderson. Touchdown, Dolphins. Robbie Anderson, 39 yards. And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. It's a run with Mostert. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On third down, Elliott. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 72 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They go to Elliott again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now Elliott. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And oh, it's wide right. No good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because...
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Tua. Got Anderson on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. To try again after the sack. Tua, throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. After the interception, here's Wilson. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. This is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who have had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Second and 10. Tua going to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Tua sets up to pass it. The quick slant caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Alec Ingold, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. They go
go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, Charles, I've heard of backing up to avoid the rush. I think this takes that to a whole new level.
And not upper level either.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. On the return is Cohen. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tariq Cohen, 57 yards. And the Dolphins have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. Take a 7-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. Catch made here by Campbell. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. To throw is Rodgers.
He'll go underneath here to Elliott.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Rodgers now on first down. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. Campbell making the catch. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2nd down. Here's Mostert again. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So out now come the Jets. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Rodgers. Jones has it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Flushed out right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Rodgers to throw. Throw right side, Wilson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Zerline now for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And the touchdown at PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think
and this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Back to throw, Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one goes for 36 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Again, it's Elliott. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back-to-back running plays putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Inside give to Elliott. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Pulls it in at the 13.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur in the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Jets, they earn one final victory and finish the regular season at 13-4.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Raiders.
Getting
So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed.
And this is going to wind up a safety. And now we get our first look at a guy who's been around the block a time or two. He will not be rattled today.
And that changes things for a defensive coordinator, because normally when you get the young guys, you get the rookies, you throw all the exotic blitzes at them and looks they haven't seen. But this guy, he's seen it all.
Gets around him. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that could be important, as that makes this a 16-point lead. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
And you know, Charles, it's been a terrific season for them. They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it, but nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do, because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in, and we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. A dump off to Elliott.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And again, it's Rodgers. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Rodgers' throw here into the hands of Jones. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
On gain of 6. That's another Jets.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah from 6 yards away. And the Jets get a bit closer.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that makes it 23-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Takes it at the 7th. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field.
They'll be led out by the 9th-year QB out of Eastern Illinois, author of 2 magical playoff runs in the last 3 seasons, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field.
And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've got their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. A nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
On the option, here's Elliott.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Second and goal from the 1. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Nick Bawden punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's now 23-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll look to set up his blockers. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. On play action, Rodgers. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Man open, here is Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs. And the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Rodgers. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 27, Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Up the middle, here's Elliott. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got the first down and more than that. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Elliott will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. So part of it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete. He could not hang on. It's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice for such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Zerline now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
first catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
On first down, Garoppolo. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw again on second down, Garoppolo, and that is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets will take over. Rodgers now on first down. Caught by Wilson. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Zeke going to get it on the option. And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. On first down, Rodgers. He finds Corey Davis. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is Rodgers. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Rodgers. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. That good for 22 and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Julio Jones from 3 yards out. And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that will make this a 19-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. On second down, Jacobs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now Garoppolo. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
A slant to Jones.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 28 yards.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a first and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Jets are able to add on to their first-half lead. And Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Garoppolo on first down. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Rodgers now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now. Might have fought.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Rodgers. Catch made here by Campbell.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo
back to Renfro again, complete.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. On 1st down, Garoppolo. The open man here, Renfro. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play action, Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And that's Elliott, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. As far as the early games go on Sunday, we'll have our eye on Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A big one for the Chiefs as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards to pick up there.
But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year. And he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020. 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Let's break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. On first down, Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Campbell.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah.
And he'll be pulled down at about the 30-yard line.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Rodgers now on first down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the 25 on second down, Rodgers.
His pass complete to Rutgers. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Garoppolo now, first down throw.
Batted by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes the catch.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. To throw is Garoppolo.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. He hits Adams, complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking left sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. There's Garoppolo to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And they will remain well behind. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing,
fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Throwing on second down. Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson,
31 yards.
and the Jets are pouring it on. You talk about rookies having big statistical years. He had a boatload of these in the regular season, more than one per game, and now he has his first here in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Nick Bosa, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Oh, look at the juke. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. On 2nd down, Elliott. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A first down carry by Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off a game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And right side, they're going to go option here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Rodgers going to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They can snap away.
Zerline now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Garoppolo on first down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Garoppolo again.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And he'll just get rid of it. The Raiders on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Carlson is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
And now out come the Jets. And they have made this look easy. And there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
The Raiders heading out to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds